Good morning, it's Dr. James. Hey, I hope you're off to a fabulous start today. I'm really grateful to see you. Thanks for your time and thank you for your energy. And this morning we have a very sobering topic that we're going to talk about today, and it's something that is so often overlooked. I myself have overlooked it, even when I was in it, because I was so deeply in such a dark space, I had no idea of even how to recognize it. And this is something that I'm going to start off right from the get-go and share with you a title that should stop you in your tracks. Loneliness is deadly. And, I know that we love to start off usually and like, woohoo, we're going to get after it. We're going to create a life that we love and we're going to crush it and we're going to be ninjas. And I believe those are all the things that we want to be. But we've got an issue across the country. In fact, it's across the entire world. A recent study, which literally put together 218 studies of over 4 million people, they found out through the research that loneliness is more deadly than obesity. And over the last decade, we talk about obesity. We talk about its relationship to increase your risk for dying early and all kinds of other challenges. And obesity has been labeled as a major healthcare epidemic. Well, this is really, really sobering because 50% increased risk for early death happens when you are lonely. 50% risk increase for an early death when you are lonely, and it compares to 30% with obesity. Obesity is a major cause of early death. It's 30% increased risk, 50% if you're lonely. And it goes on to say that a Harvard research group found out that when you are lonely, particularly looking at the number of friends you have, good friends or lack of a good friend, you actually see an increase in protein that literally helps to escalate your risk for a stroke or a heart attack and a systemic inflammation. Being lonely will kill us. So I don't have an answer, but I have an encouragement for you and I. If you're lonely, I encourage you to connect with this community, share comments, share what you may be up to. Let us, all of us come together and surround you with love. I know you can count on this community. This community is absolutely courageous, compassionate, and willing to run through any type of wall that you may have put up around your worthiness or unworthiness, the story that you tell yourself, whether or not you can and deserve a friend. We want to be your friend. Please know that. If you are someone who is surrounded by awesomeness, and you've got a lot of friends and you're a good friend, but upon your travels, you spot someone and you feel it in your heart. You can say, oh my gosh, that person's lonely. I can feel, I'm moving slow enough in my life and I'm looking for people who I can sense loneliness. And then I get out of my own way. I move through my own need to be having predictability, my own need to having things safe and understood. I'm going to step outside of that and I'm going to go meet that person. And I'm not going to overwhelm them. I'm going to come and go, hey, are you lonely? I'm just going to make sure that I make the eye contact. I'm going to make sure that if we do have a conversation, I'm fully present for it. I'm going to make sure that that person knows that I feel them and they can feel me. I talk a lot about obesity with patients over the last 20 plus years. We've talked about it here. But I want to actually now evolve the conversation and say, there's all kinds of epidemics out here, but I'm a believer that obesity actually has a relationship to loneliness. But there's a bigger opportunity for us. Let's build a community of change agents. Let's build a community of possibilitarians. And if you are lonely, allow us to love you up. Allow us to love you outside of that isolation. We are here for you. And if you are not lonely, but you are on a mission to actually make sure that everyone you connect with, they feel better under your presence. They feel more awake and alive and welcome into the world with your presence. Then do something courageous, do something loving, do something extraordinary today. Love someone out of their loneliness. Be there for them. And watch how you and I can create a life that we love no matter what our story is. We have an opportunity to overcome this situation. Isn't it amazing? With so much connectivity, with the social media, with all the ways that we can absolutely be in this world and feel all the things that are going on and see there's loneliness more than ever. So we've got wonderful work to do. Let's step outside of what's comfortable and known and move into the space where community can grow. Much love, many blessings. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.